Welcome to the Bottle Poppin' Podcast, where Meg and Heather share their love for oils, friendship, and entrepreneurship. Let's get it poppin'.
Hey everyone, this is Meg.
Hi there, this is Heather.
And we are the Bottle Poppin' Podcast. So Heather, what are we popping open today?
We're popping open a conversation, Meg. It is back to school time. And I know that there are other mothers like me starting to get stuff ready for sending the kids back to school. And really, even if you homeschool, this is still appropriate for you too. So we have a list of the things that we think are the most appropriate for the back to school time.
Yeah, I love this topic. And I love that we actually finally timed it properly.
Yes.
I think for a few years we've been trying to do this and it's always too late. But yeah. So the very first thing that we came up with is the On Guard sanitizing mist. So hand sanitizing mist. So good, so easy, so much better than like a gel. It's a small bottle. It's a spray bottle, so they can easily spray it on their hands, rub them together, get rid of germs, but also like just spray down things if your kids are really into clean spaces, which I know not every kid is. But love this. This is easy.
So at the top of backpacks, there is this little tiny compartment that does not hold much. I don't even know what the little zipper pocket is for. It is perfect size for On Guard sanitizing mist, it turns out. And so each of my kids have one of them in there. They love this. My son is so spoiled at this point. When COVID came and they had to use hand sanitizer every single time they would walk into school, he could not stand that traditional gel, strong scented, synthetic hand sanitizer. And so he would have his holding it out as he walked through the door and like spray it on his hands and show them that he is cleaning his hands, but he's going to use his own.
That's cute.
Yeah. So this goes with them all of the time. I've already made sure that they have full bottles with them in their backpack.
That's awesome. I will say as well, for the kid though who does like the gel, there is an On Guard gel hand sanitizer that came out last year. I feel like if that had come out first, I would have just been like, okay, this is what we use now. But because the mist came out first, I've opened the one that I got at convention, but I don't use it.
I don't even know if I've opened mine. So
that's funny. For the kid who likes that, that is an option as well.
And sometimes, not always, but they also have the wipes that came in individual packages. That seems to sometimes be available and not, but I really like those to keep for on the go too. So I guess that would work in lunch boxes as well.
Oh yeah, great idea.
The first thing I want to talk about is the PB Assist Jr. So this is the probiotic. It comes in the little tiny sachet that is kind of like a pixie stick or something. It's watermelon flavor, and my kids absolutely love this. My daughter thinks she's getting some sort of sweet treat before school, which heck yeah, go for it. So it's just a little tiny packet. They just can put it right into their mouth from there, or they can put it on top of food. But I feel like we're at least promoting some healthy gut before they go into school.
Yeah, which is so important for overall immune system. So I love that y'all do that. So I'm clearly stuck on On Guard because the next thing I'm going to talk about is On Guard beadlets. So this is the little beadlets where it's a quarter of a drop of essential oil and it has On Guard in it. And because they are so small, it's easy for even little kids to swallow. You could clearly like mix it in with applesauce or something like that, but I think it's small enough that people could easily swallow it. And that way they don't have to have the strong taste, but their immune system is still getting the boost and support that comes with On Guard.
Yes, we initially would put it at the very top of those applesauce pouches. So as soon as they took the first suck, it was easy to just take it down. But they are both of age where they can just place it on their tongue and take a sip of water now. They learned early on that they want to simply swallow it because they don't want that taste in their mouth, but they know how to do it. And that works well for us. And my daughter has been known to, as soon as she starts feeling like she's coming down with anything, she'll just say, can I have an On Guard beadlet? So I think when we initially go back to school and during seasons where you're a little bit more susceptible to stuff, we'll just kind of take this as a preventative too.
So smart.
So sleep is obviously very important when it comes to being able to pay attention in the classroom and have a healthy learning environment. We personally are going to have a very hard time transitioning from this summer to back to school and a sleep schedule. So what we will be doing is starting earlier bedtimes a week or so beforehand, just to kind of get into that routine. And we will be slathering the kids with Calmer and Peace, which they already currently use to be able to get good quality sleep, but we will make sure to apply it a little extra early so that hopefully they can kind of start calming their bodies before I need them to actually go to sleep. But this really helps them sleep well. They wake up, they feel rested.
I love that. Yeah, so important. So the next one on the list is Thinker. So this is awesome for homework, but also for studying or taking tests. And even though this is a kid's oil, I personally have used it every time I've taken another class for my career. It's so good. And it smells so much better than the adult version, in my opinion. But yeah, it smells good. It's easy to apply. I love to apply it either to temples or back of the neck. And it really does help you just focus on homework, schoolwork, any of that, taking a test. It's really great for all of that.
In third grade, my son would get easily distracted if maybe after recess or there was lots of other activity going on, he would have a hard time kind of focusing on his work. So I spoke with his teacher and asked if she would mind if he carried the Thinker roller in his backpack. And if he was feeling like he could not focus, would he be allowed to go and discreetly just roll this roller on his wrist or the back of his neck? And she was no complaints about that. So
Good.
He carried that in his backpack. When he did feel like he needed it, he was able to use it. And I was appreciative that she didn't have any problem with that too. So he's going into middle school this year. I think I will replant that with him and he can focus a little bit more because this will be a new environment for us now.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked a lot about the student aspect of back to school, and a lot of these things apply great for adults, like Meg said too. But if you're a teacher or a homeschooling parent and you want to be able to diffuse to help your kids focus, a fun blend that we came across called Perfect Attendance is simply 3 drops of the On Guard and 3 drops of Wild Orange. They're both uplifting enough that you're going to be able to have everybody stay focused and pay attention, but you've also got the immune support so that everybody's hopefully having perfect attendance.
Love that. I feel like I might actually diffuse that today because I bet it smells pretty good too.
Yeah.
The last thing I wanted to talk about was an awesome either thing to add to the lunchbox, or it would be a great after school snack. And we've talked about this before, but it's just so simple. It's apples that you chop up, put them in water with a drop of On Guard and let them soak for maybe 5 minutes and then pat them off and dry them. The apples will soak up some of that yummy, like cinnamony, orangey flavor. And then it is so good dipped in like almond butter, probably peanut butter too, if your kid can have peanuts, but so delicious. And even if you were to pack it in the lunchbox, because it has the oils on it, it's not going to start to turn brown or anything. The apples will actually stay fresh. So that's just a really easy and healthy snack.
Yes, agreed. We like this one a lot in our house too.
All right. Well, anything else?
I think there's a lot
Yeah.
that we could probably include on this list, but I do think that this is a simple list that kind of meets the initial needs of back to school in regards to staying healthy, getting good quality sleep, keeping the immune system up in various ways. And this is pretty much our routine. And so I think this is a good place to start for many. I will say we did not mention that both the Calmer and the Thinker come from the kids line. And so those are oils that are a little bit more specific towards sensitive skin. So they only have 4 essential oils and then they're diluted with the fractionated coconut oil in them. But again, not just for kids, but if you're wondering about those 2 oils, they came from the kids line specifically.
And we probably could have put Stronger on here as well, which is the kids' version of On Guard. So just another way to boost the immune system if you can't get them to do the beadlets, or they don't like it in diffusers, that type of thing. Stronger would be a good option. And it smells totally different, but just as effective.
Yeah.
So yeah, lots of good options for you. Hopefully this will make you feel excited and prepared for school to start and for your kids to be protected and feel focused and well nourished because of their On Guard apples and all of the things.
Yes, let's have a good year.
Yeah. But we probably forgot stuff. So we would love it if you reached out to us. So reach out to us on bottlepopandpodcast.com or on our social media and let us know what else you think that we should have added to this list. We'd love to hear from you. So thanks so much for listening, and we'll have a brand new episode for you next week.
Thanks for tuning in. For more information, you can follow these bottle poppin' ladies at bottlepoppinpodcast.com. Tune in next week to learn about what bottle we're poppin'. Until next time, take care. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This podcast is not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease.